Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. I hope you all had a wonderful festive period, whether that was Christmas, any other particular religious holiday, or just hopefully spending some time with friends or family or anyone in between, in the gap between Christmas and New Year. And we are back with Roll. So today I want to do an experiment. So first of all, I'm going to turn down the audio in my ears. I want to do an experiment because there's some discussion about how to make the all-in not be detrimental to your score by guaranteeing lottery successes. And there was discussion about whether, or it was proposed that if you have a die full of 50% chance at 100 score, if you have the lucky rerolls passive, then if you fail on the first roll of that die, when it's rerolled, so long as you have a guaranteed reroll on that die, then the reroll will be guaranteed to win, and with the guaranteed win, that qualifies for the win on the all-in, so you don't end up having your score reduced. And if that's true, we can mitigate the all-in problem with one die of 50% one die of all 50% chance at 100s, rather than requiring a second die of all 7s or 77s with the lucky 7s passive. That's what my brain was trying to get to. And if that's the case, then we have one extra die to work with when we do lottery runs on 5 or 16 or 25 dice. So that's what I would like to investigate today. So first thing I'm going to do is build these up to a couple of 97s or similar, and then we'll get to the rest of the scoring, shopping, looking for passives bit. So I'll be right back. Today I have opted for 197 but rerolls on all faces. So now we can hop on up to second tier of shop. Refresh to get everything else revealed over here. Don't think we need any of that, so we'll go up to tier 3. Then we want a multiplier for our 97. There it is. And we get to here still with 2,000 rolls remaining. So we could look here for some 50% chance at 100s. We are going to need them if we're going to build up our score. So whilst we're doing that, I will grab just a couple of extra scoring bits on the side. This will be replaced with lottery things and the rest later. But while we look for those lottery faces, I'll take what I can get. There's one. So we'll stick that over on the right hand side. Now really, we want at least 6 of them in all to test the theory, the hypothesis, rather. But then, of course, we're going to need all of the other passives that we require as well, which means there's going to be some amount of re-rolling for shop refresh adders and the like. So once we've got a few of these, we can probably think about pushing on, because others will appear through the course of the runs, I'm sure. We're also going to want to set all the faces in the center to be 97 eventually. But right now we're getting pretty good luck on scoring high and getting lots of rerolls without necessarily inflating the cost of everything in the shop too much. So I might just go for the full dice of them while we're here, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to go for an entire lottery build as I traditionally would if I was trying to do a 5-die lottery or similar. Because I guess if we're testing the hypothesis, we might as well be building to something good at the same time, right? So I think that's 1 whole die's worth. Then we need 1 more, because that's going to be the one that will guarantee the high score on the 7-7, all the 7s on the other die from time to time. But it's been a long time since I just did a basic 5-die lotto. But we can put that over there for now, because the center one we are going to want to set to all 97s given the opportunity in a little while. So we put that up there, refresh, immediately get the 16k set all die faces on our 97, so we can up our earning potential. Then what else do we want? We don't want to buy any dice if we're going to stick with 5 dice. Shop refresh adders we're going to want. Just trying to think of what else we're going to need. Not clovers. I can't even think of what a standard 5-die lotto run looks like at the end. We don't want to get all these die bonuses too early, because that's going to inflate our scoring, which we want to typically avoid. We are going to want 3 voids in the center. We could just buy a void die instead, but I think I'd rather just re-roll and look for the 3 that we need. So let's spend a little while looking for some voids. Let's get a re-roll in triplicate, and probably a couple of those 10x's as well, just for the center. We don't have BOGO, so it doesn't matter which one we buy first. Then, don't think we need any of the rest of this right now. Probably should have spent a bit of what we had, but never mind. I don't even know, at this tier, can we even get voids, or do we need to get to the last tier of shop for that? Well, a shop refresh adder is very welcome to see. We're going to want that re-rolling. There's lucky 7s. Now, for this to work, we were hypothesizing that we don't need lucky 7s, we need lucky re-rolls. Fewer than 6 dice re-roll in triplicate is the fastest way for us to get universal re-rolls in triplicate, which is lovely. So we're going to avoid lucky 7s on this occasion. Just looking for a few more shop refresh adders and then some void faces. Not sure if we can see voids at this tier of shop, but we'll take 18 factor multiplier as well. That's one of the few that we will take fairly early to increase our scoring capacity. Lotteries plus 500% we'll grab as well, because at the moment that's not going to impact our score greatly, with just 100 becoming 600 with 500% bonus. We'll spare ourselves the 6 die 300% for right now though. So still looking for shop refresh adders. and voids, although, again, not sure we can even see voids at this stage. I don't think we need more 50% chances at 100, but we can put one here. Saves us moving that one across, and losing 197 isn't going to greatly impact the ability of our scoring. Should probably think about getting more multipliers on that central die when they show up, though, the 10x's. There's lucky rerolls, so when a lottery face is rerolled, it is twice as likely to be successful. So if the first lottery fails, the 3 subsequent rerolls from our guaranteed triplicate reroll should guarantee a lottery success, and hopefully that guaranteed lottery success on these, see, the first one failed, then guaranteed, guaranteed, and guaranteed. First one fails, guaranteed, guaranteed, and guaranteed. Hopefully, those will result in the all-in not causing us issues later. Now, I'm just going to spend some of what we have because we rolled unnecessarily a bit there. So we're still looking for shop refresh adders and... whenever a lottery face is not successful, we don't need that because we already have triple rerolls if we have fewer than 6 dice. And as I was about to say, still looking for voids, although pretty convinced we can't see them at this tier of shop. So a couple more shop refresh adders and we should be fine. Oh, there's a void. So I take back everything I said about the possibility of them not existing. We'll get rid of one of the plain 97s there. So now we beg the question, do we keep rolling at this tier of shop, looking for more voids? And we only now need one more, because the other 3 faces on that dice will be 50% chance at 100, 1% chance at 77, all the 7s, and a 10 times previous roll multiplier. So that's actually gone very well. We can take a BOGO, although we're not going to be buying that much stuff. But I guess for like 4 rolls worth, sure. Would love to see Passive Hunter. Well, there's the last void that we need. So we'll stick that on this 4x one here. What goes on the left-hand side of a 5-die lotto setup? Is it a bunch of 20% chance at 1/4? Because then you get slot machine to work. I think that's right, or I think that's suitable enough. So we got the... Don't need any more voids. We got the voids we need. We could still do with a couple more shop refresh adders just for our own convenience. We want the 20% rather than the 10%. This stuff I don't think we need. More voids we don't need. Lottery failure reroll. When a lottery face is not successful, it will be rerolled. We don't need that, as discussed. Cannot find any shop refresh adders. I swear, the game listens. If you complain, it gives you what you want. It's happened to me on numerous occasions now. We'll take doubles bonus for 1, just because it takes it out of the pool. Right, if I could get one more shop refresh adder, I think I'd be happy enough to go to the final tier of shop. Would you look at that? Alright, so let's upgrade. Then reroll. There's Passive Hunter as well. That's going to do great things for us. There's a 10 times previous roll. we'll pick that up for the center. It's just going to be one of these 97s that we get rid of. And then the last one will be a 7, 7, all the 7s. We don't have combined face multipliers yet, so we don't need to take any of those now that we've replaced our other high-scoring 97s. There's 800% lottery bonus for a cool $500,000. I'll buy more random tat since it's free to us right now. There's 20% chance at a quarter. So I'm going to start replacing stuff over here with those. Right. Do we now start buying up all of the passives that we can, basically? We'll take Scavenger. We'll take no 99s, 200% bonus since we can already afford it, and that gives us 2 rerolls. Add previous rolls to rolls. Certainly think we want that. What else? What else? I'm just going to go back and look at a 5-die lotto build and just see what else we could possibly be improving, because my brain cannot fathom what we need right now. So what we basically want, that I probably should have put more thought into before now, is we've got the high scoring die in the center, which is absolutely fine. Then flanked by a die of 7, 7, all the 7s, and a die of 20% chance at a quarters with 50% 100 on it, and a die of all previous roll times 10s, so that this can get a doubles bonus from that on non-standard multipliers. Then the top die was just kind of whatever's left over on one of my previous runs. So basically that could become the 50% chance at 100s if this strategy of using the guaranteed rerolls works out. There's every chance that perhaps it might be broken and not work, but we will see. So we'll take one of these, stick it down here, try and get that, start working towards a pair. Since we have 51 million right now, let's take a wild as well. We do not need run multipliers or anything else like that. We want doubles bonus. We also want reroll bonus. I was hoping that perhaps BOGO would do its thing for us there, but we can take 20% chance at a quarter. We've got one there and a 50% chance at 100, so we can just build that die here on the left, basically. What we're going to need is a lot of 7, 7, all the 7s, which could be the hard part. Now, I'm just going to completely needlessly swap this and that, because it only cost 1 and it makes my brain happier. We'll buy the doubles bonus. Then we probably want a single set of a kind. We can take an exclusive multiplier because we have a wild now on the bottom, and I think the 20% chance at a quarters also work. So we'll put that there. We need one more somewhere else. So if that becomes a convenience, we'll do that. But what we haven't seen yet is any of the 7, 7s or the 7s, which could end up being a problem for us. Because we're going to need a lot of them. So I'll take another Shop Refresh adder whilst it's staring us in the face. We just got an incredibly good roll. But we don't really have much else to spend on. What else do we want around the gut? We want 6 of those down there. Top die. We we're basically going to put this up there and then build one die to 7/7 all the 7s. So I'm just going to put this down there just in case we want to transfer it over somewhere later. $10x multiplier we'll grab just because we can. We don't need no weights reroll in triplicate because we have one of the other ones. Which one? Fewer than 6 dice reroll in triplicate. Right, there's our first of those lottery faces. So we need a whole dice of these. And we basically have to decide what we're going to give up, the scoring die or the die with the shop refresh adders on it. So I think it's going to have to be the shop refresh adders. Then we'll swap this down to there, put that up top, bottom will be scoring. And it's just going to be a bit awkward for a while. But with Passive Hunter and the rest, I think we'll be okay. That's more refreshes. That's more refreshes. There's another one of those, which is lovely to see. I think I'm actually going to just forget about that one. Oh, I could have moved it off to the bottom dice, but too late now. Add die quantity, we aren't really going to benefit from when our die quantity is 5. Slot machine, we want, because that lets us put multipliers onto lottery faces. Then the rest of this stuff we do not need, but we can take the 5x now and put that onto lottery faces. So why not this one there, and we'll try and get that up to 99. Again, we're avoiding lucky 7s. We're going to see if we can make this whole strategy work without having to invest in that. 20% chance at a quarter we do want. That's coming over here and joining these guys. Adding roll value to rerolls, absolutely. Single face adjacency bonus is fine, I think. The rest of this we don't need. There's combined face multipliers that we definitely want. And no weights reroll we also want. So now we can start working on getting this to times 99. That die is nearly complete. Let's grab single set of a kind bonus. We have a lot of money. We'll buy dice, 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 because we're never going to add a die, but that gives us 2 more shop refreshes. We'll take 10x more for that there. Then the rest of this we really don't need. So there's all in. The result of all lottery faces will be multiplied by 10. When all lottery faces in a roll are a failure, lose all banked points. So we should be able to buy this. And thanks to, let's see, lucky rerolls. When a lottery face is rerolled, it is twice as likely to be successful. Our 50% chance at 100s are therefore 100% chance of 100s on all of its 3 respective rerolls. And with all in, the result of all lottery faces will be multiplied by 10 when all lottery faces on a roll are a failure. So if we're rolling 4 times, hopefully one of those is a success. So let's grab double highest die because we might get all in for free with BOGO. We did not, but we'll grab that. Then the rest of stuff is stuff we don't need. We could take a 50% chance at 100 here, but I don't think we need to put it anywhere. So I think this is the moment of truth. Let me just grab a 3x on there whilst we can. And we actually have a lot of money to spend first. 500% more on less than 6 dice is absolutely something we want. So hopefully we never see our score drop to 0 now. I think I saw it drop to 0. So this doesn't work. The first roll of the 4 rolls can be a loser, and therefore the next 3 will be fine. But if that first one's a loser, it wipes our score and we have to start from 0. You can see it for just a few frames up in the top left corner. So that means we need to grab the number 77 and lucky 7s as fast as possible if we want to make this work. There's lucky 7s. That's really convenient. There's non-standard multiples. We also want that, although I don't know if we'll ever be able to afford it now that we can't really stack up high values of wealth. So we need to find a number 7 somewhere. That's a +7, but we don't have a 0 face to put that on. Just want to buy a number 7. Who knew that could be so tricky? Number 13 is still too high. If we could get any number smaller than a 7, we might be able to make it work. We don't have any numeric faces left, do we? We have a 5 and a 6 down here. So we could scrap that die if we could make one of these be a 7, but we have reroll in triplicate, so that also seems like it's going to be really difficult to achieve with incrementers. We still want 1% at all the 77 7s, so let's see if we can buy these. We can if we get lucky. There's another one. It's hard enough to just find any numeric face. Now the other problem we're going to have is even if we can make a 7, which hopefully we can, the slot machine bonus that you get, if we look at that, where are you, slot machine? Whenever a lottery face is rolled with adjacent lottery faces on its left and right, it will pay out 10 times the amount successful. Our big scoring die is here. Now we're going to have to put the 50% in the center and have the 7s below it. So the slot machine bonus isn't going to be worth very much for us at all, unfortunately. And just the lack of numeric faces in of itself is a pain in the neck as well. That is a 10, which is no good to us. Obviously a 77 face would be better. We just have to find it. We have to give up on this because we need a die full of 7s. We can't have a die full of previous roll times 10s. Let's take a 62 and just put it there. Then if we can add numbers to it to get to 77, sorry, we will. So we need now a +7. Plus 8 is not what we need. Plus 7. So that goes there. Then we need to set all die faces on that die, which is a whole other thing. And we need to swap this die with that die. And then we need to assess all faces. And we need to be able to afford it. So in doing this, we now should have a guaranteed lottery win. Spent a load of our rerolls and points to do it, although we do still have 1651 rolls remaining. That can become a 48. We can start working back to that being the number we want it to be. Otherwise, I'm not sure now what we need. We're going to be lacking in shop refreshes because we've been working up to that being all 7s, 1/7s. It might have been better to have that be all the previous rolls being 10s, or 10 times previous roll scores. But it's too late to change that now. I guess we'll buy harmless passives that don't negate our scores to give us some more shop refreshers again. There's rigged machine. We definitely want that. The fact that we've done this well so far without it is slightly unbelievable to me. Then, now that we have rigged machine, we can replace this 97 with a 1% of all the 7s. So when that rolls, it will make a double with this die. This die is making sure this succeeds. This die is just trying to capitalize on big rolls over here. And that's about all we can do apart from adding multipliers. So we still need all the 7s. And we still want to make sure that this gets to times 99. So we're looking for all of the 7s on the center row for lotto payouts. There's a 20% chance at a quarter. We want another one of those. That's going to replace this, and then that die is done apart from trying to add more multipliers to it. I think that's the 77 we wanted for that top die, yes. So now when we roll 7/7, all the 7s on the left hand side die, it will always be a double. And we have, somewhere amongst this, doubles bonus get 1000% more, single set of a kind for 300% and 500% more, double percent for 50% more, and somewhere around here we have the non-standard multiples. So upon purchase, non-standard dice can receive the benefits of doubles, triples, and Yahtzees. So that's good. So now I think we're just adding multipliers. We don't really have too many other options. That gets that to 99. So if we find a +2 or a +3, we'll get that. Sorry, it's 98. If we get a +2 or a +3, we'll get it to 99. +4 will be fine. So that's times 99 now. 50 die bonus. We're never going to get there, but we can buy it. Get rid of some more of the passives from the pool. And we still have 1,500 rolls left, which is a huge amount of rolls. It's just going to be whether we can capitalize on the rest of what we need. So do we think the top die could be doing more to score, is the question. I'm not sure it can, unless it was... So, if it was all 10 times previous rolls, then rather than this getting doubles and getting the bonuses of 50%, 500%, 300%, 100%, That's kind of 1,000, just under 1,000% bonus. I guess 10 times the previous roll being doubled is going to be worth 10 times and all the extra. So perhaps we do want to see if we can conglomerate 6 10 times previous rolls on that top die instead. It's going to be very expensive, but I think it's worth doing. Add die quantity. 4 bonuses and after multipliers. I don't think this breaks the run. But unless we can get lucky, apparently we're not scoring anything right now. I guess we got one very lucky roll up to E22. And now we have to hit that successful roll again to increase our score. $10x more can come over here. Then when we refresh, everything's going to get obscenely expensive. We're looking for 10 times previous roll multipliers. Prime numbers getting 300% more. We don't have any prime numbers left. I think we don't actually have any numbers at all. Oh, we have 77, but there's not prime, so doesn't matter to us. There's another 10x previous roll. And basically, that's all we're looking for now, I think. Then we're going to have problems generating rerolls without paying through the nose for these incredibly expensive passives, and our now lack of shop refresh adders. E25 just for a single extra shop refresh. I wonder if we want to glue down that particular 20% at a quarter. I guess not, because we can't really guarantee a benefit from the rigged machine if we do that. And now, unless we get those very, very lucky rolls, we can't get E23 much higher. So I'm even wondering if we want to spend this E23 on that one there, but I guess we'll get that one up to 500 if possible. And we're still looking for 10 times previous roll multipliers. Probably not going to see many of them. There's one at E24. Who knows if we'll ever be able to afford that. Down to 1,000 rolls now. Yeah, so if we had 9 dice instead of 5, we would have 2 more dice to play with. It means we could have had our run in the center work with slot machine correctly. We could have had a dice full of 10 times previous bonuses, a die full of 7, all the 7s bonuses, and then a couple of extra dice doing something. Perhaps even copies of the main scoring die. But you can see, when we're not hitting our scores, we are rolling a pittance. And then suddenly you'll get one really lucky roll, and it will grow massively. Now, I'm not actually going to buy this because we have 400 rolls left and we might not even get back to E24 again. So I think now I'm just going to roll out. I don't think there's any chance that we get past. I think E27 might be my high score now. If we got really lucky, we might make E25, but seems unlikely. Oh, there you go. E25. Boom. So, an interesting experiment. We found a result, not necessarily that we wanted, but a confirmation of what was suspected, which is cool. We were very close to my E26 score, so perhaps a 9-die lotto is in the works soon to try and increase my position on the leaderboard, which is currently 57th place. But for now, thank you all ever so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I wish you a very happy new year. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.